Hello students, welcome to our usual classes, and this is still Geography Form 1, and we're still at the first topic, which is map and interpretation. So with today's lesson, we're proceeding by looking at the types of map symbols. Types of map symbols. So there are major three types of map symbols which we are going to discuss in this first part of our lesson today. So let's see, what are these three types of map symbols? So the first type of map symbol is point symbols. So what is a point symbols? When we talk of point symbols, so this shows features such as bridges, buildings, as well as trigonometric beacons. So the point symbols will always show features such as bridges, mountain, as well as trigonometric beacons on the map. So what we're trying to mean here is that on the map, on the topographic map, we will have these features, the bridges as well as some other buildings. Now, in order to present these buildings on that particular map, we use the point symbols. Now, the other type of map symbols is line symbols. So in terms of line symbols, these shows features that are in form of a line, such as roads, railways, rivers, as well as power lines. So on your topographic map, in order to show or to indicate these features such as roads, railways, as well as the rivers, you use a line form to present these features on topographic map. Lastly, the other type of map symbol is area symbols. So the area symbol shows closed geographical surface features or a forest areas, estate, orchard, as well as vineyard. So on your topography map, you may have these features now as in form of an area with a closed surface. And this closed surface, in order to present them, you use an area symbols. So in this type of map symbol, the area symbols, color may be used for this purpose. So what is meant here is that each and every particular feature on an area will have a specific color to present that particular feature. For example, when say a lake will have a blue color to present water. So the blue color itself represents water. So in this form, you have an area symbol. Now, these are the three types of map symbols. Let's see how these map symbols now are being presented on a map. Some examples of some specific symbols of these three types of map symbols. So the first line here, you have the point. Now on the point type of symbol, you have the school here. So you can see here a diagram here. This symbol represents a school. So if you see this symbol as well on your topography map, then you know that this one is a church. And you have this one which represents a beach. And also you have this one which represents a borehole. Then in the line, you can see here the first one here represent what? I represent the river, and you have the road also with these two lines here with the different styles also represent a road. Now on the road here, we have three types of roads. So the primary, secondary, as well as the tertiary types of roads. So these three types of roads also, they will be presented as a differently on the topographic map. The way it has been put in here. Then you have your boundary boundary, which is in this form. And you also have the railway as in this symbol, presented this symbol. And then you have the area here, and then this one was saying this is an area built up area. Sorry, it should be built up area. And you have the forest here represented as in the green. So the green itself represents the vegetation itself. So you have the forest as in form of a green. Then you have some marshes here with some there is something like the grasses here. So you have the grasses, and on top then there's what this present water. So we have this the vegetations or the grasses as on top of what of water, and that presents the marshes. Then you have the lake here. So the lake is in the form of blue. Now the next thing which you are going to look at in this lesson is locating of places and features on a map. Locating of places and features on a map. How do we locate places and features on a map? So in simple terms, locating of places and features on a map is done using a compass direction, and this compass direction uses cardinal points, which are you have north, south, west, and east. So here is your cardinal point. So you have north, east, south, and west. So the first question is, how now do we locate places on a map? So for example here, there was a question say, what is the compass direction of a point marked M from point N? So you have N here, you have N, you have also N, M and N. So how do we locate the place? How can we give the direction of M from N? Now, the first step is that you draw a perpendicular line on N and indicate a cardinal point. So when we are giving direction on a map, the focus should be from. So here, the from here is N. So you proceed to where there is N and draw the cardinal point. So for example here, you have your N here, you have your N here, sorry, you have your N here, and there's an M. So what you do is now you go straight where there's N and draw the cardinal point. So here has been illustrated, and there's an N here, and where there's an N, there's what? There's a cardinal point, where is north, which indicates north, east, west, and south. Now, that's the first point. Draw the cardinal point on N, and this should be the emphasis should be where the word from is. Now, the second is now draw a line from the side of the perpendicular line to where it meets the feature M as shown above here. So the perpendicular line now is here. So you can see here straight you connect to M. So where is N and M? So last is now you give the direction. So you see here as in M is in southeast from N. So the direction of M from N is southeast. You can see this is south and this is, so it is in this direction where M is found from the N. Now we have looked at locating places as well as features on the map. So the next thing which we are going to look is the true north, magnetic north, as well as the grid north. Now this is the true north, magnetic north, as well as grid north. So what is the true north? So this one, it's the direction of the axis of rotation, that is North Pole. The true north is the direction of the Earth's axis of rotation, that is the North Pole. This true north, it is not important when navigating is done. That is when you are traveling. We don't usually we usually follow the true north. The other one is grid north. So what is the grid north? The grid north is the vertical line that runs parallel to the prime meridian. So the grid north is the vertical line that runs parallel to the prime meridian. The grid north do not follow the true north because the true north follows Earth's curved surface. So in other words, this grid north do not follow the true north line. So the reason behind is that the true north follows the Earth's curved surface. So you have the other magnetic north. The magnetic north was saying that it's where now the magnetic needle or the compass always point. The magnetic north is the where now the magnetic needle of the compass will always point. So this is the Earth's giant magnetic, and its magnetic field flows from north to south. On top of the magnetic fields now, we'll say that Earth is a giant magnetic, and its magnetic fields should follow from the north to the south. It is important in magnetic in navigation software. So in other words, this magnetic north is important in navigation because it's where the compass needles always point. So when they're navigating or you want to point or find a place, then you use this magnetic north because the compass needle always point. The three are not the same, but they are all close to each other. Now, the three norths which we have been discussing here, we're saying that they are not close, but they are, sorry, the three are not the same, but they are close to each other. So the three are not the same, but they are close to each other. So here you have the diagram which indicates the true north here, and you have your grid north, and you have your magnetic north which is 10 degrees, and there the true north is always at 0 degrees. When the compass direction points to the magnetic north, in the true sense it is pointed north because the declination angle is too small. Now we're saying that when the compass direction points to the magnetic north, it means that it is pointing to the north, and because the declination, that is the angle, is always small. We're done by looking at those three magnetic true north as well as the grid north. Now let's proceed by looking at the bearing. So bearing is always measured clockwise from north to point around the complete circle, and this complete circle is always 360 degrees. The bearing, it is measured clockwise from north to some point around the complete circle, and this complete circle is 360 degrees. So how do we calculate bearing, or how do we find bearings on a map? So there are some procedures which will follow when you calculate bearing. So here are some of the procedures. So the first step is you draw a line the two places A and B. That is, draw a line joining the two places A and B. So this means that whenever maybe they can ask a question, say, find the bearing from point A to point B. So you need to have first draw a line that will join these two places. So there's A and B. You draw a line. The second one is draw a line through the observing feature parallel to the feature. Draw a line through the observing feature parallel to the feature. So they can say maybe from A. So the parallel line will run as in this way. So you first remember you will have one line which joins A to B, and the other second line which is parallel now will be drawn from the point where it says from. So now the third step is now you press the center of the protector over the point where the two lines meet. Press the center of the protector over this point where the two lines meet. And firstly is now read the bearings on the protector against the line or the feature being observed. The last step is read the bearing on the protector against the line of the features being observed. So here's the diagram which now illustrates what I was talking about. So you have here as in the query, and this is north. So this is line parallel, and you can say maybe from point A or B. So you, when you say you're reading that is clockwise, so you start from here reading the what, the taking the leads of the protector. For example, they can say, here's an example, say press your protector clockwise against the perpendicular line on the parallel, then the bearing you find should be added to the total straight line, that is 180. Because this one was saying that 360 degrees is the total or the complete circle. So the half of it is 100 degrees, which is the straight line. The straight line is always 100 degrees. Now, so in order to find the total bearings now is now you add the 120 plus the other degrees which may be found that is after that straight line. So this is what we were saying. Then you say 180 plus 125, which is 150 degrees. That is from line. So therefore, we say church is located from is located 305 degrees from parallel. So the church is located at 305 degrees from parallel. Now let's see the other another element on the map, and this one now is the grid reference. So the grid reference was saying that these are lines drawn in a map running from north to south or west to east. So the lines which now are drawn on the map, which run from north down to the south, or those who run from east to the west, are those now known as the grid references. So they create boxes that are used for in locating or identifying features on topographic map. So these grid references, they create boxes now which are then used for locating or identifying places on a topographic maps. So when you want to find a feature using this grid reference, we usually say a feature is normally identified starting with eastings and ending with northings. Starting with eastings and ending with northings. So here you have the northings as well as the eastings as in the grid references. Now here these lines which are running from north, which is 13, 12, 11, 10, 10 and 8, 9, 10, these are northings. And these lines which run from east to west, these are known as the eastings. So when we're giving the direction, when we're giving identifying the features, we start from the east with the eastings and then with the northings. So for example, they say find the grid reference of the church. So you come here and check where is the church. So remember, you need to follow the symbols. Watch the symbol of the church. So when you find the symbol of the church, then proceed to the map and find where the church is. Now, when you want to give now or identify the grid reference where the church is found, then remember to start with the eastings. Now, when you find that the church is here, here is your what? Here is the church. So in what eastings is the church found? So you check. So you can find that the church is 23. Is found in the box in the 3. What about the northings now? Now the northing is 11. So you give the you identify this person, let's say 2311. So in this box is where now the church is located also. The church is where found. So this one is referred to as 4-figure grid reference because you have exactly 4 numbers. 24, you have exactly 4 numbers. So this one is referred to as 4-figure grid reference. So the L point of meetings, lines of eastings and northings represent a feature. So where the L and where the northings and the eastings meet will represent the feature. Now sometimes we can be asked maybe to locate or in fireplace using 6-figure grid reference. So when finding the 6 figure reference of the feature marked church, the method is the same, only that it is believed that each side of the box has 10 units, which are 20 millimeters, and each unit being represented by 2 millimeters of a ruler, which is 1 unit, which is up to 2 millimeters. Now, when you want to find the 6 grid reference, the 6 grid reference is helpful because it is enables one to identify the exact location of feature. Now, what's the importance of the 6-figure grid reference? So this one was saying that it enables one to find exactly the location of that particular feature. Now, how can we find or locate a price or a feature on the map using this 6-figure grid references? So like I said in the first place, we're saying that the process or how we find this 6-figure grid reference is just the same as with that or the 4-figure grid reference. But the only difference now is that in the 6-figure grid reference, you have 6 digits. Now in these 6 digits, the other one is now found from the units, which are found in the box. So to find the 6 grid reference, for example, of a church, just say 23 as in the eastings. Now you take a ruler. Your ruler always have 10 units, and those 10 units have or represent 2 millimeters. So you place it here and you place your ruler here and see how many units are there from this box going to the other eastings. So you find that maybe 4. So you say 23, 23 as in the eastings, then 4. Then you do the same with the northings. Then you say 11. Then you press the ruler again as you go up, and then you count again the units one are there from this 11 going to the other nothing, and then you also count the units on the ruler. Then maybe you may find that it's 5. So you say 11, 5. So you can say that the 6 grid reference of a church is 23, 4, 11, 5. So in that way, you have exactly 6 digits. Now, reaching this far, we've come to the end of the first topic. And this topic, as I was saying, was the map and interpretation. Map and interpretation. So we have looked at the different elements of the map, the components, and the definition, and all sorts of the stuff. So what's now remaining now for you students is now to go back to the notes, study into details, and read other books for further knowledge. So there is an assessment at the end of this topic, which is a simple exercise which is now required for you students to look into as part of your practice. So end of topic is now you have an exercise, and this exercise is still on map reading. So this map reading, you have been given the map of Patagota, and then there are some questions which follows after this, which you are going to be discussing or being practiced. So the first question, so we're saying that refer to the topographic map of what that answer the same question or that follows. So the first question is define the term map and atlas. That is A, and the B is classify the following features as being natural or human in nature: river, airport, forest, bridges, swamps, mountains, schools, markets, and lakes. C, is give any 4 reasons why we need maps. The other one is describe the following types of maps. You have land use, economic, topography, physical distribution, as well as political map. And then question 2 is now measure the bearing of Chipotura village from trigonometric station 1689. Question number 3 is find the direction of Mkombezi village from Kafita village. Question number 4 is A, give 6 grid reference of borehole BHY 187. And B is now identify the features that is found at the 6th grid reference number 348748. Number 5 is identify any 2 economic activity that could possibly take place on the Eastings. Number 7 is why there are settlements between Eastings 34 and 7 and then Northern 76 and 18. Number 8 is calculate the area of the south of Northern 74. Describe number 8 is describe relief of to the west of Eastern 74. Number 10 is now describe number 10 is mention 1 settlement pattern found between Eastern 36, 39 and Northern 76 and 18. Number 11 is mention 1 way in which relief has been presented on the map. Number 12 is find the contour interval on the map. Number 13 is what is the direction of the flow of the river Kaombe. Number 14, which is the last one, is now state any 2 means of transport used in this area. Thank you so much. That was all about the first topic, map reading and interpretation. The next topic now is solar system. The solar system is our next topic. So what is now required for you students now is to go to the library or find another source where you can read more about the solar system, so that when you come in the next topic, we should be discussing and we should be following easily the lesson. For now, thank you so much for your attention. Let's meet in the other or in the next lesson. Have a great day. Good luck.